Moses.
Well, thank you, James. You gotta hope that that Renegades have something to say about it. I think they
didn't have much to say on Cash.
No, they really didn't. And overpass. I mean, the NRG played that last time around, didn't they? And it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, Chad just mentioned the Hellraisers game where they just absolutely obliterated them. Remember that was like the what I think it was 12-3 half. That was the one where like 4 of them got up to like 16K. So they obviously are prepared for this map. This is not going to be easy for Renegades to come back into this one. There you see. That was almost Quokka-like. Gomez just looking like the cute little quokkas of Australia.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But it's going to be going down now. NRG going to be starting on the T side, Renegades on the CT side. If you are just joining us, then this is the second best of 3 of the day. There is going to be more coming up later, so you've got to stick around for that, obviously. Second map as well. NRG winning the first one, and there's going to be nothing surprising out of the bye here. Nothing that we're really excited about, I think.
No, nothing to write home. But remember, we saw NRG actually. I think they did a fast play towards the B bomb site in their pistol run against Hellraisers. They're going to go right back at it. 3 players here, though. There's the smoke. Breeze jumping through, and his teammate gets taken down. But Fugly with a good response. He's been so good at trading throughout this event. Big win for Ozza. Now he can have a second front to this bomb site. But they're not going to be able to stop the plant at the moment. Oh, nice kills. They all come out at the moment. And actually, NRG just getting caught in really awkward positions.
Yeah, they got the bomb site, but they didn't control either sniper spot or L-bend where Acer is standing, and he's going to get a quad kill for it, so brilliant start here for the Renegades team. That's what we like to see. I don't know if I've told you, Moses, you can shoot through that box to the bomb site.
I will kill you. If you do that every single time we cast this map. I will break.
Well, let's find out.
1-0 for Renegades. Investment from NRG, 1 Deagle for CZs. Ethan going to drop down, and you see some aggression from Estilo as well, trying to get some information. NRG's going to take this one slow, though. Now, I think the real interesting question is that last map, Cash, got pretty close, all things considered, despite looking like it was a blowout at certain points. And Breeze had, what, they ended with 28, 29 kills? What happens if Breeze doesn't have, a game like that?
I mean, on a map like this one, you've got to think that Cirque can do even better if they sort of start picking up AWPs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance that there are other people that can come alive. But certainly that was quite a performance from him, so probably hard to replicate exactly the same map, sort of back to back.
Let's see. Smoke comes out in towards the final choke point of bathroom, but actually NRG's just going to keep it up. Fugly just now throwing that smoke. Molotov going to be a little bit late. Ethan needs that kill, and he's going to get it. Ustilla goes down. It's just Nifty inside the site. And there's Ethan again, the drive-by. He beats the bullets out of the SMG.
Renegades are just loving nothing about this at the moment. Trying to spam through, which you actually can, just not at that angle, as they're going to be taking down Ethan. It's still a 3-on-3, but they're really a little bit worried about any kind of a flank coming through, and they should be more worried about how do they get this bomb site. 1 flashbang to set up. Are they going to try and see if they can force anyone out? Cirque going to pick up 1 kill on Asa. This is an absolute disaster, and Breeze going to be taking the last 2 kills. Headshots with the Deagle, and NRG steal that initial victory right back.
Same problems as there was on Cash. Your initial defenders at these bomb sites have to be able to find some of these kills. I mean, Ethan comes in and just straight up duels with the CZ. Finds the opening frag, and then even builds upon it onto Nifty. But if you're defending a bomb site for Renegades on Cash, like they were able to get everything upon entering that A bomb site, upon entering the B bomb site. So here you have to be able to put a stop to it.
And the fight happened, like it was initiated on the bomb site, right?
Yes.
So there's nobody like sort of watching them as they came in who could do anything. It was a little bit weird.
Well, I mean, NRG was very, very quiet, and there wasn't any... Fugly threw the smoke as they were running towards the bomb site. So the first indication they had that a hit was coming was, the footsteps that were turning the corner. The Molotov that Renegades threw out to slow down that kind of a push goes too far because they weren't expecting it, and they're already past that point. So, I mean, it is well done by NRG. It's just still, Renegades should be able to get... Remember, there were no kills. That was a 3-on... I think that was a 3-on-5 attempted retake after Ethan got those 2 kills.
Third round here. Obviously, mostly CZs and Nifty going to be holding on to the USP for later purposes.
And Daps is going to investigate. He's got the MAC-10. He hears the footstep out of Nifty. I think he's just going to pounce here. He's going to catch him out in the open. He's going to move forward as well. Clearing things out. There is one over at the truck. Azza misses the shots. Daps is completely blind, but does eventually find that kill. Bonus money being built up. 2 players with CZ and armor on Ustillo and JKS, so they can try and find something, but you might just want to save that for the next round. I think they'll have to save one more after this. This is a full investment from everyone except for Nifty, who wants that alt.
Yeah, I agree with the idea to save now. I mean, you're not going to be retaining this bomb site, so... Guess if they could find an exit kill or 2, that would be interesting. Try and steal something. Jacob going to be able to get at least 1. Would have been fun if he could have picked up that MAC-10 or whatever it was and just ended up running away. Not happening, so NRG going to be up to 2 rounds now with the rest of the team just falling back. Don't want to fight anymore.
And so it begins.
Yeah, you think you're going to see the same level of punishment being handed out here?
That'd be wild, wouldn't it? That would be insanity if NRG was able to put together 2 T sides like they did just against Hellraisers the other day. I think it's possible. I mean, remember that part of the reason why they were able to do that is because Hellraisers, Woxic was missing a couple shots. Hellraisers were kind of lacking in some of their fragging, and it's the same issues we're seeing out of Renegades, right? Some issues finding those opening kills. So, you know, if NRG is able to get into these bomb sites relatively clean, then it's just going to snowball out of control, and Renegades has to be very, very careful.
Well, they're not going to have much of a chance in this round. They have the C-set on JKS and a flashbang, though. Credit where it's due. Unfortunately, they've picked the wrong part of the map, but I don't mind that. I mean, that sort of goes with the risk. Yeah,
take the gamble. Plant's going to go down. It will be a 3rd round for NRG. And then we get to the craziness.
Yeah, then there's going to be a real battle happening in that next round. And hopefully, Renegades will show us that they've got what it takes to be picking it up. Oh, frankly, even a little panic there.
He got so surprised. That's a great find for Renegades, that AK-47.
Yep.
They're going to be able to save that, although Daps is back here to protect it, but they just run the other direction. You can see, though, even NRG was willing to risk some more of the AK-47s and go hunt this down. They don't overextend with them. Daps just needs to be careful. Famas in his hands, and he's going to find JKS. Good awareness from him, down to 4 HP. Azza's still under some pressure, and how much farther do they push? He's not even going to show himself, so he's willing to keep that AK-47. Who cares about the kills? So 3-1, but that AK on Azza is going to help out.
Yep, every little bit matters towards the end, especially. 1-3 now, the scoreline, and the AWP has been picked up by Nifty. He was saving for it for quite a bit. They are right now 4 people without any head armor. And there is FAMAS, an MP9, and an M4 in play on the other side. So it does matter.
Yep, dangerous times. And if you're Renegades, after that first map, you want to get started quick. Here's going to be the short sewers take. Actually, it's going to be challenged by Jacob. Nice pop flash, and actually he's stuck in the corner. Doesn't know if he can get away. Nade coming out, does good damage onto Daps. They still haven't peeked on Jacob. It is going to be checked, and that's a nice find. Good headshot from him. He even tracks over onto Ethan. That was not an easy kill, and he gets away. Stellar performance from Jacob.
It'd be really fun if Jacob could come alive in this match. I love seeing him play when he's really feeling the game. A little bit of a boost there as they walk right in and get completely surprised, as they're going to be able to take the kill with the assist of Jacob. And Breeze and Cirque, I mean, there's not much else you can do. You needed to trade that kill against Jacob.
Yes, you really did. And or even, I mean, I like the kind of idea behind Fugly, what he was trying to do, but he seemed to like to be a little bit hesitant to make that kind of a play, turning the corner, and obviously not an easy thing to do, especially when that stack was there ready and waiting. It's just Breeze and Cirque. You'd want them to do some damage. Maybe if they get lucky, they can take the op away from Nifty. I mean, this is a pretty passive, deep defense in the A bomb site. Ustillo and Nifty won't know what's coming until it's upon them. And the wild thing is, if they do go for this, I don't know if they will. 30 seconds left. It looks like they're going to at least attempt it. If they do find these 2 kills pretty clean, they can get into the site. And they can actually have a 2-on-3 and a post plan, a chance to win, although they are going to walk right into the crosshair. That's Breeze down to 17. Nice follow-up from Nifty.
I don't even know how that wasn't a kill. Kind of shocked. Good shot from Nifty. Wow, I mean, just watching him play is still just such a joy, and he was hitting great shots on Cash. So, I don't know. I think there's the makings of something here for Renegades that could be working out. 2-3, they can still buy on the NRG side, and for the 6th round here, if they can survive this one, Renegades, even if it's a bit of an uncomfortable start, they can start to make it look pretty good.
Yeah, it all comes down to this, though. See if they can get another solid performance from someone like Jacob. 2 kills to open it up. He still is going to push down these stairs. Molotov out to slow it down. Fugly's taking it slow and measured. There's Jacob, and yeah, he is going to find one more. A nice little boost to open things up, and Daps seemed like they were kind of looking for it, but not entirely ready for it. And there's Nifty. So again, a 3-on-5 for NRG in these first 2 gun rounds.
If you can get those kills on the CT side, sort of a little bit forward on the map, and then fall back to safety,
yeah,
it just feels so much better.
Especially if you start doing it round after round. Nice flash as well. There goes Jacob. Ethan not able to turn the corner and just a little bit blind, and JKS makes it look easy. Got that deep angle towards Monster, and it's all tied up again.
I actually don't think it would have mattered that much, but I think the last flashbang that Azza threw into Hub by JKS in that tunnel landed behind JKS. So he would have, like, he wouldn't have had to turn, but anyone coming through the tunnel would have been flashed. That's a good detail. I mean, you shouldn't ever try and flash your teammates, but, you know, sometimes in the heat of the moment, people do seem to panic a little bit. I think maybe we can catch it here. Like, it goes behind him, so he wouldn't have been flashed by it. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Daps going to lead his way over towards the playground. And if you're NRG, probably the conversation, it doesn't warrant a timeout yet, but you know someone during freeze time said, for the love of God, please don't get picked off before we're ready to go.
Yeah, just let's try and see if we can survive the first 20 seconds with no one dying.
Let's not lose anyone until like the 1 minute mark. And look how passive they all are, 4 players. I mean, Ethan's all the way back in T-spawn watching for pushes. So not messing around whatsoever. Fugly with the CZ all on his own is going to clear out those stairs, so you're not risking a whole lot if there does happen to be a stack. Molotov goes straight into the smoke exactly as it was designed.
Nifty being all the way behind here, when he has Azure and you're still in front of him, it's really hard to pick him off, and he's going to have a lot of space to use that AWP if they try and push up towards the restrooms that way. It's a powerful position unless they can distract him from long. It seems like they're going to pick up the bomb and go all the way back. We
saw this a couple times versus Hellraisers. Daps is more than willing. If he gets some position over towards bathrooms, he's more than willing to attack on his own, and we even saw it on the previous map on Cash. He's willing to play the part of a distraction. At the moment now, he's hoping someone pushes at this B bomb site. There's the find. Cirque gets one as well. JKS is down. Look at the health on Jacob. NRG somehow finds a way to just beat up this Renegades defense, and Jacob is in a really tough spot, gets baited out into the open, and Azza left to try and hold this bomb site together. It's just not going to happen.
No, Nifty couldn't even really put that open play. Just had to be the last player on A, and before he even knew it, the B bomb site was gone. So big change from the previous 3 rounds here. Well, 2 rounds, sorry, that Renegades have managed to win. Nifty holding on to the AWP, not for long. Dabs doing a fine job. And they're just having a quick discussion, do we want the orb or not? And they do.
Hell yeah. Pass that baby over to Cirque. Let's get some highlights. Jacob is passing an op over to Nifty as well, but this is going to be the final purchase of this Renegade side if they can't win it.
What's your position on bees, Moses? You like bees?
I hear they're important.
They are important, apparently. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how, but something to do with flowers.
They're all
pollinated.
Dying. Yeah, pollinated.
Don't care about flowers, though.
This is one of those issues, though. You know, I'm told I should care about it, and I haven't been able to find the interest yet.
All right. I think bees are kind of cool.
I mean, I don't personally enjoy being around bees.
No?
No.
They don't really do anything, do they? Wasps are the ones that are annoying.
You can get stung by a bee.
I've been stung by a bee. Yeah. But it was by accident. It didn't mean to.
Oh, sure.
Listen, these are important things. Ethan is kind of looking into that tunnel, but they don't know a lot about what's going on that side right now, NRG, and they seem to be fine with it, but it's always a risky when you give up that B control, which is why people tend to play with at least one person down there.
There's a shot from Nifty. It's going to ring out. Flashbang over as well, and NRG once again now going to start picking up the pace. It's a slow progression to this point, but now they want to start taking over bathroom. Ethan going to get up close behind this smoke. He's got Ustillo on the other side. That would be an interesting fight. That is a cool angle.
That actually looked great, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked phenomenal. Flashbang in. Cirque is going to pick up the pace. He's got an op as well, and he's being highly aggressive with it, but there's no rotation. Nice shot from Nifty. Can't get the follow-up. Breeze has him pinned down. Good headshot. Instant headshot. They might think this is clear. Swinging wide, and only one for Ustillo. It's a 3-on-3. The retake coming in hot.
Kind of difficult for Ustillo, but he did the best that he could, and Acid changes his mind just at the last second. I think Breeze would have taken him down, and this Molotov is going to be devastating. You hear this on the Renegade side, and you just know that might be it.
No kits as well, which is just saying if we have to wait the time for this Molotov and go for this retake, they've got one flashbang, and it looks like they are going for it. That
seems a little bit mental to me. Like, I guess they are just trying to hope for one big kill to open it up with, but...
They might just grab the op and leave.
They're running right in here. This could be a huge loss right now. Only Jacob surviving. He's picked up a kit, so maybe that's because they knew that was on the site that they tried, but Breeze with another good round. Triple surviving on 3 health. All with good.
And 5-3. And they've done it. They've taken all the money away from Renegades. Nice pair of wins there for NRG on this T side. Up 5-3, and Renegades have nothing to fight with anymore. So they're going to have to sit around out. I don't even think they can really... I mean, you could force up, I guess, but I don't think they'll want to. A couple players could go for a half investment and have some money in the next round. But more importantly than fighting for this round with CZs and maybe Armor is figuring out how exactly you're going to shore up this defense, because it's melting right now under the pressure.
Yeah, melting, the hot German sun of overpass.
Oh yeah, it is in Germany, isn't it?
Yeah, all the signs are in German. You don't read German?
I don't read German. Do you read German, Anders?
Yeah. I took it for like 6, 7, 8 years in school or something. I passed the final exam. They said I made up some words that weren't really German, but I put in a good effort, so they wanted to...
But the made-up words sounded like they could have been real, so
yeah,
they gave you some credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Well, Bree's going to find his way towards the top of the staircase. All 5 players for Renegades again towards bathrooms. This is how they played one of their previous save rounds. Didn't yield them any results, and Breeze spots out one. Nifty took some extra bullets there, and he'll get pushed upon. Fugly's the next one up. He'll be able to stop that. And I think he'll be able to hold the line. It's a headshot angle with this AK-47. He'll win all those battles, just protecting his fallen teammate's weapon. And that's perfect. 3 kills for Fugly. It's just Ustillo.
Well done from Fugly. Not allowing for anything to be given over right now. It's going to be 6-3, obviously. I feel like Renegades had success in pushing forward, getting early fights, and then withdrawing back into the bomb sites. That was a good recipe. But then NRG said, we're not going to be taking those early fights anymore. We're going to wait a little bit longer, and then we're going to sort of slowly push our way up behind smokes, preferably.
Here's also the problem with it is if you think back to Cash, remember NRG started that half out being aggressive with the similar kind of peaks and kind of trying to find those opening kills from the CT side that Renegades have done here with Jacob being pushed out towards short water and then sandbags and the boost up over. You have to be able to have success not doing that, right? Because if you're going to do that every single time, then NRG is going to figure it out and they'll have a counter for that. So you need to be able to have success when you're not peaking early. And Renegades hasn't been able to find that. So yeah, they're finding rounds, but when they're aggressive, they found a couple. It's just you can't do it every single time, unless of course you put Nifty on the op and have him just be very mobile across the map. We haven't seen him kind of pick towards the B bomb site, peek towards Monster. We haven't seen a double up setup come out. They haven't had a lot of money. Fair play. We haven't really seen Nifty take it up towards long, like all the way towards the end. So there's still some options available to him. I think more than anything, if you're Renegades, you need to tell Nifty that they need to play more advanced out of the A bomb site towards bathrooms. Like find some picks as NRG takes it over. I know they're using a lot of utility to get it, but they haven't really been challenged for that control.
You notice these days how the CT side tends not to be holding connector anymore, the stairwell. Like people sometimes would double up and then they'd have like double in L bend, so they would have like almost 4 players in that whole area.
Yeah.
I just feel like CTs just don't care about that anymore. Looks like it's going to be really quick. Putting out the Molotov with the smoke, rushing all the way in. JKS gets the first kill. Daps almost got the return, but good, solid hold here from JKS. That's really big news. Now he did his job. If he can stay alive, that's great, but there should be some backup coming in. Cirque is going to be taking him down. Still, they have the advantage. They've got the rotation coming in, and Azza's now... Oh, no, Fugly. He was peeking that. They already got 1 kill there. The idea that there would be a second player is great, and Jacob, he was actually being spotted by Fugly. He saw that coming but couldn't get the kill. It's still 2-on-3. A must-win round here for Renegades. That kind of start for JKS. They've got to be able to turn that in their favor.
I thought Fugly was going to get that on the flank. What a god the way he read that play. Cirque with the op, hoping to punish a mistake. And Breeze does have the bomb, but that smoke faded inside the site. So they're being silent at this B bomb site, and they're making Renegades kind of nervous. You could see, I mean, they're kind of watching out for their flank. Now, Jacob has a couple kills, pop flash over, completely blind. He's still able to get the frag.
Yeah, that was really smart. It's such a shame that that he just sort of obviously crouches right into the angle that you're still spraying at. Yeah. But that's a great idea for the flashbang.
Had to get aggressive somewhere. Doesn't pan out, but decent amount of damage done. Another buy coming in for NRG, so it's not quite over yet. None of their fast B plays have really worked too well in this half so far. Pistol round, that round, the fast play towards the short sewers has lost them, 2 players to Jacob 1 round, 1 player in a boost. They've done a good job over towards B. They've done phenomenal at A.
You're still being a bit aggressive. Just showing the flag over towards the birthday party area. I mean, even just doing that, it sounds ridiculous, but even just running to that corner and throwing a flashbang, it does slow up the T side so much.
Nifty's out towards long at the flower pots. Ustillo halfway up bathrooms. And Fugly. He's got Jacob on the other side in the water. Oh, goes for the... That's a nice spam. Goes for the shot to the jumping player and gives up his position. So Ustillo now with the chance, although I think that was Daps that just ran through that smoke entirely. And he's slowly going to fade away. He takes a bit of nade damage for his trouble.
Yeah, Ustillo right on the other side. Nifty there to back him up, but one missed shot or one flashbang that's going to hit Nifty, and Ustillo is going to be very much alone. Look at what Daps is. He's moved in so quick. Nifty might not actually be able to guess this. He actually does crouch for the corner, and I might have seen the shadow on the ground. He's going to try and go for it. Deep flashbang goes in, but it's 1 second too late. Ustillo got to stand the ground as well. We'll get a 1 kill. That's huge for Nifty. He saw that shadow. Cirque going to take him down. And now a little bit of a deep smoke coming in. Azza still at the truck, ready and waiting to pounce, and that's going to be an easy kill there. No problems at all. Cirque going to be going down. Good double for Azza.
Yeah, really nice play. Renegades just does just enough away from that bomb site. That's what I mean by kind of having some sort of presence towards bathroom. Ustillo delays things, takes out 1 player. By the time NRG gets into the bomb site, they don't have enough people to protect the plant. Alza makes a great play, getting in towards that truck before they actually arrive in the bomb site. Sneaky 2 kills for him, and it's close to being tied up. 6-5, Renegades has won 2 in a row.
Just overall, really well done. Obviously, the timing on that flashbang is ridiculous, but
there was a good amount of time in that round where if Daps had just kind of turned the corner, and obviously he can't know this, but Nifty was dead for like a good 5-6 seconds before that fight actually came out. He's still going to get a lot of information, going to back away, and actually I think they're going to, at least Daps is running through the Molotov, and he's got the bomb. Breeze joins him. Not able to find the kills. 3 players here, so they can fight this, and Ozzo's going to challenge, tapping away for the shoulder peaks, and actually somehow doesn't win that. The CZ showing off at long range.
Ethan in the corner, and he actually still gets the kill. Jacob is just not going to be happy about that at all. Obviously wanted to close the round pretty quick and just back out of there. Ethan has an M4 and is still looking to take a fight long range. He's got solo health right now that shouldn't be winning very many of them at all. Still goes down anyway. Ethan really being annoying at this point, and that actually does matter for their economy.
That was actually a really cool flash off the wall. Didn't even get blinded by it, but definitely turned and gave Ethan the opportunity. Yeah. Now, he knew one was behind him in bathrooms. The op doesn't matter at this point. Now, Ethan can only take no bullets. However, he gets a little bit lucky with his timing. He can get 1 more kill, maybe even win this round. That would be miraculous. He's going to come around the edge of this smoke, waiting for it to fade. JKS is going to re-smoke. That was the opportunity. JKS just barely gets into cover, but that was dangerous. Ethan doing some work.
Yeah, you see him really trying to time that in his head. It's good fun to see that. 6-6 as the scoreline's all tied up. And Yeah, I mean, just trying to run you still down. Remember, they didn't really have anything this round, NRG, to begin with. You still, I think, did a smart thing in the beginning. Once he saw that he was taking a fight with someone long range, just putting up the Molotov and running away is great. Like, a lot of people do stick behind there and sort of try and fight it, and I just don't always think it's worth it.
No, it's the smart play, right? Just back away. It's the safe thing to do. Nifty and Fugly both spot each other. Nifty takes the shot and just falls back out of the stairs, realizing he can't get wrapped around. NRG been put on the back foot these past few rounds. They're happy with 6 so far, but obviously would love to claw up to as much as possible. This is still a good score, even if they get stuck here for the rest of this half.
Yeah, there is plenty to build on for the upcoming CT side for NRG.
It is kind of crazy that Jacob now has been safe, getting this kind of a presence in towards short sewers. He's pushed out. We saw it the previous round when he was able to take out Fugly. He's able to sit here with impunity in these, like right outside the door. NRG just hasn't consistently taken over that portion of the map, but they're going to have to go back and do it now, and I think that off angle will catch them off guard. They have to assume that someone's going to be in that position, though.
Yeah, see if they actually only have like a couple of flashbangs, so they might not, even if they go there, they might not actually be very tempted to use some of them. Instead, they're going to come through the tunnel. Every single one coming through. JK is going to get 1 kill, but he goes down to Sirkin as so much trouble for him. That was not what they were expecting on the Renegade side, and they are just going to be barreling right into the bomb site. JKM, this is going to have to be a huge flank, and it already gets discovered. That's a problem.
Fugly's just going to hold his ground, watching the angle, hoping Jacob's going to go for the flank. It doesn't happen, and they have to find a way to get out of this without losing their weapons. Nifty should be fine. It's Jacob who's got to be worried because Cirque was watching for it, but then gives up the angle. So, all right, 7th round for NRG. A nice execute. Yustillo and Azza couldn't get anything done. A really awkward timing when that hit came in. JKS did get 1 before being traded off. Actually, Nifty's sticking around. This is so dangerous. He's going to die. He could have used that op. There's no money. I don't know why he stuck around that close.
Yeah, I can't really explain it either. So I'll just leave it alone.
Maybe he thought he was being chased and couldn't get away earlier, and it just wasn't to be. He was maybe like hearing voices or something. Senwa's sacrifice, all that kind of stuff.
You hear voices sometimes, Moses. It seems like that was an odd go-to. That was suspicious, you know.
Yeah.
Just telling you to flush the goldfish.
Why is life like this? 7-6, 4 AKs and an AWP for this offense, and it's Jacob with the M4. And he was able to save. They would have loved to have had that op on Nifty. That really could have created something. Instead, you have to rely on this boost. And NRG, once again, I mean, just going for another uppercut towards this B bomb site. It's not a full-on rush, but it is very fast-paced. And they do have Fugly, who's just playing in this underpass again. Going to try and take it over. And the smoke...
I mean...
He knows the presence is there, right? Now he knows where the M4 is as well.
Yeah, and that's keeping 3 of them stuck while the rest are taking the B bomb site, so that's fine. It's all fine right now for the NRG team. They are very happy to have 7 rounds. They're going to get an 8th now. And Renegades will be fighting to just pick up 1 more here in the half after this.
I think Renegades tried to line up that flash to go into the doorwell through the smoke, and it didn't pan out whatsoever. This M4 is relatively important.
Yeah, it is.
They cannot afford to lose this, and I mean, similarly, they're fortunate. NRG doesn't have a whole lot of money, so they're not going to throw bodies at the problem. But Jacob needs to be very careful, and it seems like he's actually chasing down a kill. Oh, and they get it. I don't think Nifty can recover it. He can't at all. That M4 goes out of their hands. So this is 2 lost weapons right at the end of these past 2 rounds. That is going to be very painful to what they can actually have to try and win one of these last rounds.
That's a little bit silly, isn't it?
You could say very silly. It's very silly.
Yeah, I feel like that's not necessary at all.
It's the difference between, what, two M4s or an M4 rather than one of the UMPs.
Yep. That's exactly right. Well, let's find out. I love this. Fugly actually did this when they were playing last time. So good at making that jump. Dabs will take down Nifty, so he's just absolutely gone.
Daps just sideswiped him. 9 and 10 for Daps, but that's a huge impact kill.
Look at how close they are all on the NRG side. It's all of them very, very close in the scoreline. It's kind of beautiful. Cirque, I guess, a little bit behind, but
yeah, you can forgive him. Breeze, with that kill on towards Nifty, I think Breeze is going to be a lot more confident to make some kind of a play towards this A bomb site. And he's already halfway up long. He got there pretty quick, and there's a push out of sewers. Alza gets taken down by Ethan, still just waiting patiently. The bomb is far back, and Breeze even now going to feel better to make a move, but he backs off. I'm waiting for him to just go challenge up long A, just go duel, go find information in that A bomb site. It's not happening for the moment, but 50 seconds left that Renegades have to play in a 3-on-4.
Yeah. Smart for Ethan. He knew that the rim of that tunnel doesn't actually exist, so you can just shoot right through it, like it's just for visual purposes. So that's a fine detail. You could definitely see that he understood the architecture of the map at that point. You're still on Jacob, 2 versus 4 here in the 15th round. I don't even know what they can do. Jacob is kind of down there.
He's waiting for Ustilla to get the flank in. Ustilla has bypassed Breeze, but I mean Jacob's just not long for this world. Depending on how patient he's going to be, Breeze has them beat. This should be a 9th round for NRG.
Good team flash. Ethan wasn't ready for it at all. He's going to be going down, but not because of the team flash. Breeze will take the last kill, and that will be 9-6. And we're going to go to a quick break. We'll come back right afterwards with the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the second half, second map here of the second match of the day. Renegades versus NRG. It is an elimination match, which is kind of bad news for Renegades right now because their whole map down, and also the scoreline is 9-6 in favor of NRG. That was happening on the T side. Now they're going to be on the CT side, and Renegades will be on the T side. So they've got a shot still, but it's starting to look a bit scary, I must say. It
definitely is, especially when you consider the fact that if you're kind of pulling for Renegades in this match, you would like to have something you can point to and say, this is what we can hang our hat on for the second half. And you don't really have that. You don't have anyone performing at some kind of crazy level, whether it was in the first map or the second map. You don't have someone that's making you feel confident that he can have this big game, carry on this form from earlier. If you go to NRG, Breeze had a phenomenal cash. He's playing well here. Ethan is playing well here. He did a good job on cash as well. Fugly's playing very, very smart. So there's a lot of things that if you look at NRG and say that these guys are doing things very, very well.
Yeah.
There's a boost for Breeze over towards that B bomb site to spot. And, I mean, Renegades is like doing just this packed up death ball.
Yeah, I mean, that can be scary. Obviously, we usually say the Glock, not so good long range. But if there's 5 of them, still pretty good.
Good news for NRG is they're running your favorite defensive setup. Fugly and Daps out towards long.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Banking the whole shop on the idea that that one distraction in CT spawn is enough to hold back a lot of people. I hate everything about this.
I mean, to be completely fair to this kind of a setup, no one really ever expects 5 Glocks to be turning this corner.
Yeah, but they should, Moses. He's about to get completely banged out. Fugly doing a remarkable job. That's so well done.
That might have saved the whole thing. Might have saved the entire round. Fugly with those 2 headshots now into the bomb site. He can do more. Buying time and his teammates there. Allowing Ethan to take the aggression. Now they just have to keep pushing forward and Ethan's going to get 2. Him and Fugly have done a wonderful job. This is going to be a pistol round for NRG. Jacob's got 9 health in a 1 versus 3. Only 30 seconds. And there's no hope.
Just a great job from Fugly. Those pistol shots were perfect. Oh. Well, it's a good show. Nice attempt. Ultimately, it'll be 10-6 in favor of NRG. Winning the pistol round is going to... That's, like you've been saying it a couple of times, this would be a huge win for them. Making it to the playoffs in this tournament, that would really be something.
Especially because their first 3 tournaments were such like a disaster. Or maybe not disaster, but they weren't great placings, right? And you can, not disaster in the sense that they had any expectations, obviously, but that can be really tough for a team that's kind of done so good online, that has improved and gotten better together. And you always have to preach that mantra, like you guys have to just trust what we've practiced. It's going to come. We're going to find this success, but at some point you do need some evidence that you can actually make it work in a tournament, and this is now starting to become that evidence.
Well, especially because if you know they've had that stigma of being the onliners, which is the worst thing you could say to someone in a Counter-Strike game, isn't it?
No, I love that.
You're an onliner.
I love it.
Yeah?
Hell yeah, I was an onliner.
You
always start as an onliner, right? Like when you're being told you're an onliner, it's like you're in the right direction. You're doing the right thing.
It's true. It's absolutely true. You know what term has gone completely out of use?
Hacker?
Camper?
Camper.
Don't accuse people of camping anymore.
Configure? We have a config, but we don't have any configures.
That's a good point. Look at where Az's got to on the map. This is really unusual. I kind of wish they would, like, if they can lure somebody out, Azza can just win around almost immediately. Even if they only have the C sets and everything else, like he's so close to the bomb site.
Yeah, he could have a very fast flank. Someone could push up, and yeah, I think that's why we're going to see Renegades go back to this B bomb site, because they have him in such an effective position. A little bit of danger in this for NRG, but the only thing that makes Azza have any impact would be if they have success at this B bomb site. 30 seconds left, and they're going to come back towards A. So a lot of confusion, a lot of questioning. Remember, this is a team that is very soon without its coach, or very early. It's early days, I should say. Azza's going to go down. He tried to make a play happen a little bit ahead of his teammates, and there's the bomb, and no one else is following this up, and this is very disjointed.
Yeah, it really. It almost looked like they just lost track of time, because they were like, okay, we'll run B to figure out what's going on. And then they only got halfway there, and then they ran back to A instead. So it didn't seem like there was like a uniting call that would where everyone agreed, this is what we're doing. Let's definitely make this work. That's a shame, because that actually is really rare that you can get that far in without getting spotted.
Did look very sloppy.
Yes,
I didn't enjoy that. I did not. 11-6. If we see more of that kind of play out of Renegades, this half is just going to fizzle out. And their tournament life is just going to fizzle out. They need something.
Yeah. Don't like it when things run out of fizz.
Have you ever had have you ever had kangaroo meat?
No.
Haven't?
Never. Is it good?
It's alright.
Alright. I'll put it on my list. I've never even been to Australia, so
that's a good point.
I'll go at some point.
You should.
It'll be fun. It looks great.
Well,
there's a whole part of the world down there I want to go exploring.
So I was exploring some kind of I was talking to Halvor Vendetta about Norway, because I'm going to be in Norway next week. And there's actually a rock in like the wilderness in Norway that's called it's called the troll dick. It's just like this.
I know.
Yeah, you would know. And it's just this rock that's just like, well, I mean, you can see why it's named that if you Google it.
Yeah, obviously offensive in 2018. Got to be careful with that nature. Yeah. So no, Norway's an amazing country.
I'm excited. It's my first time there.
So if you obviously all the way along the coastal line of Norway is like if you try to measure it, it would be massive, because it has like all these indentations all the way around, like all the little fjords going in. Mm-hmm. So they have a plan, because the problem with that is that if you want to travel it by car or anything else that people normally use, it usually takes a long time to get from like one to the other.
Right.
And as a result, people just live in sort of like weird isolation, even if it looks like on a map they look sort of close to each other, they kind of don't.
Perfect.
Well, they have this crazy plan that's going to allow them to just like build sort of a floating highway that just goes all the way up across.
Ooh, that's actually pretty baller.
It's like, if you look at the tech, I don't know if it's reality yet. I mean, but the initial tech plans they've shown for it look amazing.
Cool.
Like, Norway's about to be the coolest country in the world. Just check it out.
I love that. Well, back to the Counter-Strike. Molotov nade combination into the short sewer. Doesn't deal any damage. No one was there. Up the stairs we go. There's a long push. Cirque and Fugly doubling up in your favorite corner. There's a boost over towards the B bomb site as well, not yielding any results. And again, I mean, this is just a very simple T side out of Renegades, playing the trade game. All 5 players packed up together. They don't want to spread out and do any kind of default. Breeze is starting to get the information. He's pushing out. He's bored of just sitting in this B bomb site. So I imagine someone's going to rotate back, and Daps is going to be the one to do it. And if Breeze and Ethan stick around here, there's 2 things. They can either a very fast flank, or if Renegades try and throw a fake at A and fall back towards B, they just obliterate everything.
Let's find out. This might be one of the last chances that Renegades have to really have an impact in this second half, and otherwise they might be straight out of the tournament. Daps trying to play it cool, but Jacob's going to crouch right in that AK. Much better than the FAMAS, and that will be it. Breeze, can he get in the flank? Cirque is going to take down Ustillo, and bomb is planted though, and they win the fight over at long. That's big news. Nifty back around the corner, does not need to take this fight, and he knows it. Obviously, a very smart player. Breeze is going to find him eventually. Can't get the follow-up kill. And that's Ethan now. Just not a lot that he can accomplish. Jacob will take him down. And Renegades with a very smooth round. That was nicely done. And if you notice, there's no hesitation. Like, they actually just went for the A-bomb side, and they followed through. Yeah,
they really did. That wasn't bad, and they had the wall of smokes up and everything. Daps was uncomfortable with the FUMs inside the bomb site. They had the benefit of that, and then also, I mean, the 2 other A defenders were both out towards long, right? So you get a little bit of an assist because you get into that bomb site for free.
Yeah.
But now they have a different animal. Double up setup. Cirque and Ethan each having one of those AWPs. Now, the sacrifice of this is that Fugly and Daps have to be on the CZs. Didn't have the money for full buy around these.
Yeah, but they're sort of escorting the AWPs around though. So each AWP has a CZ with them, and that sort of makes sense.
Ethan's got to be careful with his boost when this door opens. He has to know they have control of stairs, so he's got to start kind of considering this angle. Fugly is aggressive in bathrooms. He's got one of the CZs. And Smoke is going to deny him information as Renegades start to move across this map. Bomb is still out towards the B bomb site, which makes you feel like they're going to go back here. Ethan not being aggressive with that up towards Monster whatsoever. Probably a good thing. Nifty holding the angle. They've got a good amount of utility on this defensive side.
If they come through this tunnel, that could be crushing for Renegades. If one good flashbang hits, that Breeze has got the M4. It's obviously the M4A1, so I guess slightly fewer bullets, but still, it can wreak havoc. Re-smoking the tunnel once again. They're trying to flash their way through. Breeze is there. Big double kill. The bomb is through. They have to commit, and Ethan going to hit one shot following it up, and they just completely get shut down. The C sets are upgraded to AKs, except for Fugly's. It's an unbelievable win here for NRG.
Yeah, I mean, that is so strong. And Breeze, that's a perfect time to peek out to get that double kill because his teammate just had the CZ and was completely blind looking into the wall. Beautiful defense. You have to say, though, this T side from Renegades from Pisteron on, I mean, they haven't looked like there's no complexity to it. It's just, kind of group up and hit the bomb site as 5 people. There's no one poking and prodding, no one kind of pop flashing to try and get a pick. There's no real plans to find that opening kill. And this is a team, as we mentioned, Kassad, this is the first turn without Kassad, and it's kind of showing, I think. And they've also publicly said in interviews, I think Nifty gave an interview while at this event saying, we want someone behind us. And I think it's going to be critical for them to find that coach soon because they were showing so much promise. And regardless of what happened with Kassad, it seems like they need someone who's going to be able to provide some kind of direction.
Suck. Finding the early kill, but not sticking around. Second in the bank. And he's just still playing it safe, which is what you want. At this point, if you're NRG, you're just thinking, let's end this. We know we've got it. And that's almost looked like simultaneous headshots.
14-7. 19-12 for Ethan, 17-11 for Breeze, Fugly at 16-11. It's been a phenomenal series for those three players. Taps and Cirque have had their impact, but across the two maps, those three have been the stars.
You know, a country I really want to go visit at some point for, you know, we're talking about Norway and the nature of New Zealand, I always thought would be
cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So
you can maybe pair that up with the Australia visit.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would.
Just do like a couple of weeks in each country if it's possible.
Yeah.
It's a long time. But yeah, I'd like that.
Listen, you're not doing anything. You got time. Bring the family.
That would be great, especially when...
I feel like 22 hours of travel with a 3-year-old would be... Everyone loves that.
Yeah. They have they made drugs for that yet? Can you put him to sleep for 22 hours? Is that possible? Maybe not. No, it's fine. He's already been to Atlanta 2 or 3 times now.
I'm taking him all to all the high class places.
Yeah, exactly. He's been traveling a lot actually. It's a little bit crazy. Ethan, that's such a nice attempt. Doesn't really work out. Deep grenade. Well, does actually tag up Nifty and Fugly's on the angle. Super ready for it. Going to be taking him down, and then the smoke to fade away behind. That's a good little assassination that they actually carry on through.
Yeah, especially with the combination of that grenade to soften him up, and then the peek. Now, who maybe would have been able to get that kill with the AK regardless, but certainly helps. 5-on-4, and what you really like about it is they just fall back. No sticking around whatsoever. Just keep that advantage. Don't give up the equalizer. They're going to get re-aggressive on the other side of bathrooms. Ethan with the op can watch. And again, no one at the B bomb site for Renegades. There's going to be plenty of opportunity. They only have 2 smokes as well. There's no flashbangs to force Ethan off the angle. Like, they just have to smoke up. By the way, the smokes will land behind him and Fugly. So the smokes won't actually do anything for these initial battles.
So that first jump around the corner, you just got to hold your breath and hope.
It's that scene from, like, Enemy at the Gates, right?
Yeah.
Where they fight over who's jumping first.
That's exactly right. First smoke is in. Let's see if Azza can make it through. It could also be that they just sort of distract and maybe Ethan has to fall back. I mean, that's always possible too. In fact, Ethan himself is going to smoke it off just to try and keep a little bit of space there. 30 seconds on the clock. Good flashbang, actually. Perfect flashbang, and this is going to be hard for Renegades. They've got to make this work, otherwise they're going to be out of the tournament and already being shot down. Daps with 2 big kills, again with the FAMAS working it out, and just Ethan to close out the round. 15-7 here, and the Renegades look...
defeated, I think is the right word. And this T side just doesn't have anything to it. There's no real teeth to it. Renegades, obviously... them picking Cache, that was the map they had to take if they wanted to kind of force a third map and go from there. But Overpass just, it's not their jam. It's not their cup of tea at the moment.
No, I mean, we've not seen anything really inspiring out of them. No. And I think even worse is, it's not even that. I don't mind it if they just play the basics. They don't have to come up with anything super crazy, but they just look like they're not committing to a lot of the things. Like they sort of have a plan, but then they sort of give up on it halfway through. Ethan took the first kill, jumping down as Jacob, though. That's a bit of a crazy push coming through, and Daps is going to take 2 more. Nifty's behind the box, which you can shoot through. And he's going to be trying to see if he could keep him alive. Not going to happen. Cirque will take him down, and Renegades are going to be out of the tournament. But NRG will make it all the way through. What an impressive story.
Yeah, fair play, and get some celebration out of these guys. That's been a hard battle for them. A long time of improvement has all been culminating in this. Their first appearance on a stage of this size, bringing in a new coach themselves quite recently, but guys like Cirque, Breeze, Ethan, they've been working hard online. They had, a tough string of events that now they finally has helped them get here, and congratulations and apologies over to the defeated Renegades. We'll be heading home.
Yeah, obviously, a bit upsetting for them, I think, but there was something that just wasn't really working all that well for them, at least today.
I think we just kind of talked about it a little bit at length there, but I think it just kind of highlights that they absolutely do need to find a coach, someone who can. I think we have to remember this like Nifty is not new to in-game leading, but I mean it's not an easy thing to pick up, and it's quite obvious at the moment that if you watch that T side on Overpass, there was like kind of no real ideas, no one being aggressive, no one feeling comfortable. I think you need to find some kind of a coach, especially when you go back and see Cache, their map pick, only 4 rounds on their T side. You need some kind of a coach who's going to be able to work with them to come up with some ideas, to bounce some ideas off of, but you need to find ways to get the other players comfortable. And they weren't able to do that ever.
No. like really playing it. I think that showed in the game outside of their range of comfort, which is a bit upsetting. First 2 best of 3s down for the day, but there is another one obviously coming up.
Your boys, North?
Yeah, my boys, North. Trying to see if they can make their way through. Be upsetting if they couldn't, I think. But you know, you never. I feel like you never know with them at this point.
You got them. You got them winning.
Yeah, I do. I've got to. I mean, it's too much of a risk, Moses. I have to pick them. That's gonna be with Hank and Sadokist. So
Sadokist.
It's
Sudoku?
Just we had a producer once that
called him Sudoku.
That called him Sadokist. So we have the interview ready with Parla down on the stage. Oh, I was still waiting for it. I was getting off.
You misheard that one. Yeah, you were ready to go, weren't you?
I was so ready. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good thing is when you woke up this morning, you thought that, you know, right now is the start of your workday.
I did think that. I was. I had myself confused, Moses. I don't know exactly how. I actually, when I went to bed, I thought, I know what the schedule's like. I'm just gonna set my alarm. And I thought, should I check it? And I thought, no. Like any reasonable grown man, I just trusted my instinct and went with it. It's a good time.
So that's what's wrong with the men of today.
Yeah, they just don't.
Speaking of men, over to Paula with the interview.
Nice, Jason. I like that one. Yeah, I'm here with another man, Ethan Nate. Congratulations. You've made it through to the playoffs. Top 8. You've guaranteed yourself.
Yeah, it was starting 0-2 was kind of rough, but I think we were just mentally in it the whole time, so that helped.
I feel like, as I've spoken to I'm Pep, Chet, your coach, and yourself over the tournament, that you guys have grown in strength even just being here and the experiences you're getting on land together. Would you say that's accurate? And to make the playoffs is quite a big achievement, right?
Definitely, for sure. Like me, I'm a young player still, and then most people on the team are still young, so they haven't been to a lot of lands. So definitely, like, this long 4-land streak is definitely going to help us with experience.
All right, Cash was picked by Renegades, and then you guys picked Overpass. I remember, I think it was against Hellraisers, right, that Chet said that Overpass would be a good map for you. Were you thinking the same with Renegades? And also, what did you think of their pick when they picked Cash?
Yeah, the picks went the way we thought they were going to be. Cash, they're really good on Cash, so we knew they were going to pick that. And then Overpass, we knew they were probably going to let it through, so we were pretty confident in the map picks.
Okay. And now, having guaranteed yourself a top 8 placement here at StarLadder StarSeries I-League Season 5 Finals, do you feel like you're getting closer, or, yeah, do you feel like you're getting closer to getting rid of that reputation that you guys have with regards to online play at the moment compared to LAN?
Yeah, I think definitely playing more better teams, like top teams, will help a lot. But, yeah, I think this playoffs is definitely good.
And now that you've reached that position, what can you tell me overall about your performances so far? In terms of experience, you've gone 3-2, you've played as many group stage games as you can.
Yeah, individually, I think it definitely helps a lot for experience, but as a team, for morale, definitely helps a lot. Everyone was like a little down after the 0-2 start, but then after we got the first win, I think everyone thought it was possible. So.
And of the teams that we know are in the top 8, and then later today we'll figure out the final one, how do you compare to the rest of the competition? Is there anybody that you'd like to be drawn up against?
We were hoping to go, just because I think they're our best.
I'm casting a shadow over your face.
Probably Ago or Ago.
Yeah.
I think they're the best matchup for us right now.
Okay, fantastic. Is that because they're also a team that are kind of rising and proving themselves?
Yeah, that, and it's also kind of scary playing these other teams, like a Vanguard. They played really well against Na'Vi today, so definitely those like new teams are looking a little scary.
All right, and final question I've been asking everybody getting to the playoffs. How does it feel to know you're going to be playing in the Palace, in a full-on arena with a roaring, excited crowd?
Pretty good. Last StarLadder, we made playoffs on COG, so I was just hoping to make it again.
Great stuff. Ethan, would you like to say anything else to everybody watching?
Thanks for any of the fans we had. Kind of keeping faith in us even after the rough start.
There we go. Congratulations. It was a rough start, but mate, you've made it to the top 8. Let's head back to the desk to break everything down.
Thank you very much.